Hey. AKC album reviews here. And today I'm back with another review. And today I'm reviewing an electronic album. This one is Amber by Autechre. Now, if you don't know who Autechre is, I'll be gladly to tell you. So, Autechre is this UK based electronic team. Electronic music group duo, and I would say they're pretty important within ambient techno and IDM. Like when I go on the charts and radio music, they're like everywhere. They're literally everywhere. And like they're everywhere in terms of like IDM and ambient techno. And I would say that it sounds like, at least in the electronic community, or the IDM community or whatever, the Autechre is kind of up there with Aphex Twin in terms of influence and everything. And so yeah, let's just get right into it. I was very excited to listen to this album, I got my expectations met. Basically, I got my expectations met. So of course, let's start with the lowest rated song, which I think is Yulquen. Yulquen is not a bad track. In fact, it's actually far from it. I would say it would be one of my favorite tracks. It's just that it comes within an awkward part within the album, where like you have like the songs like Further and Nil, which kind of like it's kind of just it seems like it's put there as filler. It's not a bad track. Very good ambient track, but honestly, I wouldn't have too much of a problem with it not being there. Although I bet it would sound different without it not being there. There are a couple of like other examples of ambient type of tracks on here, like Nine. Nine is actually I think is a way better type of ambient track. It has like the same like kind of qualities as Yulquen, except it's shorter. It comes at a point where it was very needed within the album, and it just works overall. It's just super chill. Kind of chills you out after Piezo. It's just really nice. Let me go to another 8, I guess, which is Glitch. I do kind of like Glitch. I really like Glitch, and it's a very good, again, ambient track. But I feel like I just wish it could have been better. It's just very long and drawn out. Which at this point in the album, which mind you is only the 5th song on the album, on the 11-track album. You can definitely feel the 6 minutes, and it's just not as good as an ambient or any EDM techno type of track. Like, I guess it is kind of cool how like the like sounds and everything kind of I like how they kind of like fade within and without of the track throughout the track. But like other than that, it just doesn't hit as much as, let's say, I don't know, Slip, because Slip is our only 8.5 here, and Slip is a very fun track. I really love the weird staticky weird noise, like I really love that. I love how just cheery and upbeat it is, especially after the song Silverside, which sounds very menacing. But Slip is just like a really, really, really fun track. Really fun track, really cool little interlude in a way, and really nice. Then we go to the rest of the track list, and honestly, I think the rest of the tracks on here are all 10s. I'm just gonna go with whatever order I want to. Actually, I might as well go back to Silverside, since Silverside is very, very good. And at first, I didn't like it as much, but like the way how it has like these very blissful, ethereal strings at the beginning, and the way how it kind of like has like that one part near the I think like near the 1 minute like 30-second mark, where like it goes on to the low note, and then that's when the electronic sounds come in, and man, it's just such a different vibe. It really reminds me of like Egypt. It's just so ethereal, like I said. It's just a banger in general too. It's just a banger in general, and not even to mention freaking like I said, Piezo was another track that I mentioned. This one is 8 minutes, and it definitely feels like all the 8 minutes that it has. But like, man, not only is this track very weird near the beginning, with the really weird metal kind of sound effects thing. It sounds like a freaking alien. It sounds so weird and out of this world. Kind of resemblance, I guess, to the album cover. and it just sounds like really weird and out of this world. I really love how it progresses. It goes from like this really weird ambient techno track, like most ambient techno that I've heard is also just very weird in general, very weird sounds and everything. But then it goes into this space ambient like just experience. Like you don't even expect to go in this direction, but for like after the 4 or 5 minute mark, for the next 3 minutes, it's just like pure bliss, pure ambient bliss. Like you feel like you're in a completely different world, and it's just insane. Um, Speaking of a completely different world, the two songs that really get me into this world the most is probably Foil and Montreal. Foil is definitely one heck of an intro. While I think it is kind of drag on a little bit too much. It does set a tone, set a oddly menacing tone, like this really cold synthesizer type of thing, just going in and out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sounds honestly, again, otherworldly. Sounds otherworldly, and yeah, it sounds otherworldly, and then not to mention the freaking like again, this all the different alien type of sounds. I especially love the like the like when you suck your tongue and like make that one noise like yeah, those type of sounds that appear up on the song. It sounds very, again, otherworldly, mechanical. Sounds like a freaking robot. And I think it does a good way as, like, introducing you to the world. And I do think it's, like, a really amazing song. I think it's incredible. But, like, I don't think it does as good as an intro as Montreal does. And Montreal is, like, actually should have been the introduction to this album. Because it actually matches the album cover a lot. It really, reminds me of like nature in a way. You have like all these different sounds, like in a very mechanical way though. You have like all these different sounds and everything. Like you have like the weird like ringing sound, like the like. It sounds like a freaking bug. It sounds exactly like a bug. And again, I just really love how they freaking progress. It goes like from this like really noisy type of ambient, techno. It's like this, again, like this really like beautiful, ethereal, just calming ambient. Like again, just transports you into the world of this album. It's so nice. One album that does this very well is Further. 10 minutes long, but god dang is the pacing on this so good. It's a very repetitive track, and it doesn't really change up that much, but like again, it's just the way how it transports you is just incredible, and I just really love the sound effects. There's like there's certain air to it, kind of reminds me of Silverside, and overall it's just a great, just honestly epic. I would say like just epicness in ambience and ambient techno. It's just great. Then we go to Nil, and Nil. Oh man, Nil definitely feels like the the what was it called, the like the sub ultimate, you know what I mean, like the ultimatum, the sub ultimatum, like track before Teartear. And wow, this is again one of those perfect ones. Like the atmosphere is absolutely perfect. I love the way how like the synths and the sounds just move around through your ear. It makes it sound very menacing. It really makes it feel like a finale, like this is the end of the album. Just a very enjoyable track, and I think I underrated this on my first couple of listens, but I think it's actually really great. And then finally we go to Teartear, which is like complete. It honestly kind of like ends the way that it started. It started with a weird dark ambient type of track sounding very mechanical, and then it ends with a very dark kind of ambient mechanical track. And just wow, there's no reason why this should have been like. It goes in like completely different direction, like I said, like a trip hop type of direction. And wow, it's just insane how good this is. Like there's no reason why it should be this good. And I just love the sounds of dum down down. The drums on it sound incredible and impactful at the same time. I love the part where they slow down in the middle. It's just like overall like a very good closer. A couple other things I like about this album. I like the layering. There's like a lot of stuff happening in the songs on here. And if you played it on like a speaker, you probably wouldn't be able to hear it. But if you put on headphones, it's a very much a headphone type of experience. If you put on headphones, you feel, you hear all of the sounds. All of the sounds layered on top of each other. You realize there's actually a lot of stuff happening within these songs. At first it kind of just sounds like one or two sounds just going at the same time. And then when you put on the headphones, you kind of just realize like, oh man, there's like this weird static sound on Piezo. There's this, there's like this weird other type of ambient kind of like beat on nil or something. Like there's just like a lot of different things. There's a lot of this stuff happening, but also sounds like there's nothing happening at all, which is great. I love that. Another thing I like is the album cover. Like I said, it reminds me of like some type of alien type of planet. Although this is a real place. It's called Honey Valley. I forgot where. It's like a really hard name to remember, but it's called Honey Valley. Look up Honey Valley, maybe Autechre, and you'll find out what it is. It is a weird place, and apparently this image is of, I think like it was like ash from like a volcano or something, like rained all over it, and this is how it came to be. And yeah, bam. Very, very cool album cover and very much fits the album. Things I dislike, I think Yulquen, like I said, is kind of like a weak point within the album. I also think the pacing is hit or miss. Sometimes it goes by like it's nothing. Like on the first three tracks, Foil, Montreal, and Silverside. It feels like they just go without nothing. But once they Slip, which is a 6-minute track, and then Glitch, and then Piezo, you start to feel, oh man, this really is an hour and 14-minute long album. But then 9 hits and they slow it down. That's the perfect placement right there. Perfect placement. They really put that there very well. I would say that's pretty much it for negatives. I'm gonna be honest. I was very impressed with like the way that they were able to create atmosphere with this album and with all the different sounds. It sounds super mechanical, but also super natural at the same time. It's insane. I think I'm gonna give this like a strong 9 out of 10. Right now, this is definitely within the top 5 or top 3 of the year for me. And I would definitely say if you're like really into electronic music or you really like this type of music where it's just calming and has like really cool sounds and everything, definitely give this a listen. Yeah, I would say give this a very strong 9 out of 10, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.